since we came back from England after university and studying. What we tried to do was create an awareness in Gibraltar for our fantastic and unique heritage. And I think we've done that, at least among the people, not among successive governments, because they still don't care. They pretend to care, but all politicians pretend. But in the end, they don't actually do anything, or they do the opposite. So, yeah, that's what we set out to do. We managed to save a few buildings. There was a lot of things.
But we have lost a lot, unfortunately, on the way.
And it all started with St. Joseph's Hospital, which is a mental hospital. A beautiful building by the same architect who did the Central Police Station, which the government is presently allowing to be destroyed. And they decided to demolish the hospital because of all the suffering that the mental patients had had in the hospital.
That was the reason, yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's the reason to knock down a building, because someone... Well,
and there have been very nasty developments like the ICC multi-storey car park,
which we tried to stop, the ICC.
We did a large campaign there, but unfortunately there was too much money involved in the...
Because I don't want you to start getting libel writs.
No.
So, what has been your kind of personal biggest achievement?
This award means that
believe it or not, this is our biggest achievement, because this is the only time we've been recognised as ever doing anything for Gibraltar. Yeah. Even though we spent
all our lives dedicated
all our lives, we used to travel all over
risking
all
our future with the legal,
going to international conferences all on our own.
Yeah.
And what building are you most proud to have saved?
Well, not really. No, but Parson's Lodge is the only one that is physically there.
The only one.
Town Range.
And Town Range.
The concept.
But now they're going to start knocking down part of Town Range. They're planning this new St. Mary's School, which destroys two important buildings in Town Range.
There is a danger when we use these words of like conservation and heritage, and just using the words sometimes. The actual meaning of them isn't understood. It's like sustainability is a word that everybody uses, but it doesn't mean anything necessarily. So there's a danger with heritage now. There's a lot of heritage, but we're not sure that people understand the full meaning of preserving, of heritage. I think
I mean,
so has the fight been worth it, though?
The fight's been worth it because hopefully at least one other person agrees with us, the governor.
We did it because we believed in it, not because of anything else. There was no other interest other than the fact that we believe that if something is valuable, you don't destroy it. No? And that's a problem. We are destroying a lot of very valuable...
And the thing is that with this new ideas about climate change and all the rest of it, it makes absolutely no sense to demolish a building that's several hundred years old and has got a carbon footprint which has over several hundreds of years. You knock it down, you have to take all that material away.
In itself is a high carbon.
And then build in a highly carbon other material. It makes no sense if we're trying to conserve.
And let's hope that future generations become more aware. There is a bigger awareness, which is important.
Yeah. Do you feel that that's one of the things kind of you've achieved, is that you've raised awareness with younger people, perhaps?
That's right. That's what.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised when we were involved with Operation Steep Slope, which was cleaning up the northern defences 30 years ago, or whatever it was. Nearly all the volunteers were young people.
Yeah.
They loved it. Under supervision, doing proper clearing up work, not just clearing up with a digger because, we'll clean this up, without any idea what it is they're damaging, without any idea of what they're doing. There seems to be nothing backing up anything they're doing nowadays.
And you're both the last remaining members of the exhibition committee, and I believe you recently made a donation to the archives. Tell me about that.
One of our campaigns was the saving of Town Range, or the stopping redevelopments there. And I was an active member of the Art Society, and we thought it was a good idea to join forces, the Art Society and the Conservation Society, making use of an existing derelict building. We cleared the building of abandonment. That's one of the techniques or tactics of the planning, is that if you abandon a building, then eventually it becomes derelict, and then there's an excuse to demolish it. Anyway, so we cleaned the building, we made a wonderful gallery, probably before your time. This was in Town Range, we
used to call the old bakery.
The old bakery, and we had a wonderful exhibition, a series of exhibitions there.
170 exhibitors or pictures exhibited. It was the biggest art exhibition.
A very large hall, yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Kind of looking forward to the future, kind of what are your concerns or hopes for Gibraltar?
That we change tack, and we start regarding our heritage as a valuable economic asset, not just a cultural asset, but an economic asset, which is what's been missing.
Yeah, that's true.